The search for better is one of our greatest traits as humans. It's a new commitment.
You're in.
A bold move.
You're in.
Even a fresh start. This appetite for better is everywhere. In people, communities, and also at Subway. Every day, we're finding new ways to serve fresh, locally sourced produce and food free of artificial preservatives whenever and wherever possible. Because the best way to stay fresh is to never get stale.
We're 36.
Yep.
How did I get here?
Believe me when I say that only good things are gonna happen here today. Do you know it, baby?
I love you.
Hey, I'm Blake Shelton. Make sure to join Adam, Alicia, Miley, and me for the season premiere of The Voice tomorrow night, 8/7 Central. Now back to Al and Chris in Minneapolis.
All right, Blake, and we'll be tuned in tomorrow night on NBC.
Pretty good rivalry between Blake and Adam as well on that show. That's a great show. If you've never seen it, take the time to check that one out.
Green Bay at its 14-yard line. Their second drive of the second half off the play fake, and that buys Rodgers a ton of time. And then a flag goes down because Waynes and Cobb both go to the ground.
Yeah, you know, sometimes a young player, they try to do too much. Trey Waynes was all over
Pass
that.
interference, number 26, defense. First down at the spot of the foul.
They're not beating him. I mean, watch this. You'll see it. Trey Waynes, he's all over the place, in perfect position. Just kind of panics a little bit at the end of that thing.
Held on, easy call. Makes it a first down. 13-yard penalty. Ball up at the 27-yard line. Rodgers out of the pocket, wide open. There is Jared Cook, the acquired during the offseason tight end with the Titans and the Rams. And Rodgers saying yesterday, hey, at least he finally gets a chance to play with a team that has a shot at winning.
Yeah, and he's played well here tonight. He's stepped back from one first down, but he is a big target in the middle of the field. And that's been something that's been missing here for a while.
Toss to Lacy. He can't get on track. Taken down at the line of scrimmage. Linval Joseph, former New York Giant, makes the stop.
Boy, Linval Joseph at the end of last season got slowed by a toe injury, but for the first 14 weeks or so, he was one of the really dominant players in the National Football League, and they have some good ones on this defense.
Three receivers in a bunch to the right. Lacy is the back. Play action. Rodgers scrambles away and just fires it into the bench. Everson Griffin put the pressure. Flag is down on this play. It was a 2nd and 11.
Prior to the pass, holding number 26, defense. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So Waynes picks up his second penalty on this drive. Automatic first.
4-3 speed. You don't have to do this stuff. So he's fine there. He's going to do a little. Oh boy, wasn't a whole lot, was it? That's I don't know.
Enough to draw the flag.
I got fouled like that on every play, man. That was a big one, though.
Who knows anymore? From the 45-yard line, Lacy. And Lacy plowing ahead. Eddie Lacy to the 43-yard line, showing you why he was a high draft choice 2nd-round pick out of Alabama in 2013. Great power.
Oh, Tom Johnson was right there, and people are wrapping him up. But the one thing about Lacy, all the Vikings defenders said, when he makes contact, his feet never stop moving. He is a power football player. Of course, they were not happy with him at the end of last year. Thought he weighed too much. Went through some really extensive training with the P90X and all the things that he was doing, and that power showed up there.
Off the fake again. Rodgers is going to go down at the 45-yard line, and then it's Tom Johnson. Don Barclay had come into the game in place of T.J. Lang at right guard, and looks like Johnson may have exploited that.
Right there, you're going to see Chad Greenway is going to knock down Jared Cook, and that's where Aaron Rodgers was trying to go. And once he was on the ground, so was Rodgers.
And there was Barkley who gets beat. He comes back out. Lang had gone to the bench for a play. He's back in. And it's 2nd down and 12. And Rodgers underthrows it, but it's caught as Cook comes back to make the catch, falling down. And that sets up a 3rd down and 8 for the Packers.
Aaron Rodgers talked to us a little bit about throwing from all the different platforms. He said anybody can make easy throws. I practice all the hard ones. I don't know how he got enough arm strength on that one. He was completely off balance making that throw.
He's like a golfer that hits off hard pan and, you know, uphill lies and downhill. He says, I want to throw in practice out of situations that are not perfect.
We hit off a few of those lies too.
Yeah, right. 3rd and 8. And Rodgers gets brushed. Here he goes again, and he's going to pack it in and run and then lose the ball, and it's loose again, and the Packers may have come up with their 3rd offensive recovery.
Oh my gosh, all the Vikings are going to do in practice next week is practice fumble recoveries.
Everson Griffin was able to force the fumble, and when it looked like the Vikings would come up with it, it's Jared Cook who saves the day again.
Just a great play by Everson Griffin to get back down the field, and Captain Munnerlyn just cannot get a handle on it.
Fumble recovered by the offense. 1st down, Green Bay.
Great play by Griffin. Did not go for the tackle and go for the ball, and it goes right between the hands of Captain Munnerlyn.
Through the course of recent history in the NFL, it's normally a 50-50 proposition as to whether the offense or defense recovers. Tonight it's 3-0 Green Bay on offense. Here's Starks, and he gets busted at the 25-yard line behind the line of scrimmage. Tom Johnson, number 92, Greenway there as well. 2nd and 12.
Well, this is like old school rivalry between these two teams, right? Tom Johnson looks like he got shaken up, and the official is walking him off.
Yep.
Probably headed for concussion protocol here.
And Everson Griffin comes out as well on this 2nd and long upcoming.
Officials doing a much better job. Here's Johnson, helmet to helmet, and he must have been staggered a bit getting up because the officials walked him straight to the sideline. Now they have to go through a few tests.
Rodgers at the 24. 2nd and 12. Aaron throws underneath, and is caught by the other tight end. That's Richard Rodgers. He'll come up a little bit short of the 1st down. Harrison Smith stops him, and it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Yep, the unaffiliated neurotrauma specialist, part of the deal these days, on the bench checking out Johnson. 3rd and 1 after that gain of 11.
Mackenzie Alexander, the rookie, now in for Trey Waynes. Aaron Rodgers knows it too.
He resets Starks, and then he throws, and that is incomplete. Intended for Jordy Nelson, and that's Mackenzie Alexander. He went right to work on the rookie out of Clemson.
Yeah, they got exactly what they wanted. Jordy Nelson against Alexander, but he plays it perfectly. Alexander's been in a few big games. He played in the national championship game for Clemson against Alabama, so you're not going to scare him.
Well, for the moment, at least they're going to line up on a 4th and 1. Obviously in field goal range to tie the game. There's Waynes, who's out of the game right now. Aaron, with those hard counts, gets a lot of offsides. Will he snap it here? And he does. And he gives it to Starks, and it's going to be very close. Starks needed a yard. It's to be, in terms of the yellow line, a little bit short of that.
Whoever gets the ball. One official The one on our right looked like he was going to mark a first down. The official at the top looked like he ran in short. And the one on the top grabbed the ball.
Well, the yellow line is unofficial, but it's very close to being almost perfect. So our guess is that Minnesota's going to have the ball after they bring the chains in.
That was a race between the two linesmen as to who got the ball first.
So McCarthy going for it, giving up the opportunity, or eschewing, as you might say, the opportunity to tie the game. Turn it over on downs. 4:57 to go in the third. 3-point game.
Go, go, go. 1, 2, 3, shot.
Sup.
Sup.
Sup. Sup. All right, we all wearing our lucky socks, right?
Check.
Blue cooler?
Check.
Green cooler?
Check.
Rabbit's foot?
I got 4. Wait, the last time we won, we were in different seats.
Good call. Can't believe we almost forgot that.
I was driving last time. But I drove last time. Okay, we're gonna lose.
Best-in-class cargo space plus best-in-class performance. The BMW X1.
Marco Polo! Marco Polo! Marco Polo! Marco Polo! Marco
Sì.
Marco Polo!
Scusa.
Polo!
Ma io sono Marco Polo, ma...
Playing Marco Polo with Marco Polo? Surprising.
Ragazzini, io sono Marco Polo. Sì, sono qui.
What's not surprising? How much money Amanda and Keith saved by switching to Geico.
Ah, Polo. Polo.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Polo.
He's on? Okay. All right, here goes nothing.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that is amazing.
With only 2 chances to make it to the round of 12, NASCAR's top drivers must keep chasing if they want to advance. The chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup continues next Sunday on NBCSN.
Only 30 players have a shot at the biggest prize in golf. Our coverage of the Tour Championship begins Thursday, 1 Eastern on Golf Channel. Continues Saturday at noon on NBC. There it is. Dustin Johnson at the top. Patrick Reed second. Scott third. FedEx Cup players. From the 13-yard line.
120. 120 hot.
And Peterson, a little bit of room. You know, Chris, you're thinking about the division. Packers have dominated the division through the years, but if you forgot last year, Green Bay came in here, huge game for Minnesota, and beat them. And then Minnesota won on closing night. We were there for the Sunday night game to clinch the North.
Yeah, it was, and it was a fake punt, and it was really one of those close games. But for Mike Zimmer, he knows that to make a rivalry, you have to win a few key games, and he's starting to do that.
Second down and 6. And Bradford throws, and it's caught by Diggs. He's off to the races again. Stefon Diggs to the 36 of Green Bay. Chased down by Jake Ryan. What a night for this guy.
Great job by Bradford. Now they're starting to force this up, which is going to force that coverage to fall off. And so Burnett comes up. They throw it right behind his head. Nicely done that time by Bradford. And it was set up because Adrian Peterson on first down got a decent run.
This is Diggs, who had 7 catches for 103 yards last week, and tonight 7 for 142. Fifth round draft choice last year out of Maryland.
I was talking to Norv Turner about it. He said Sam Bradford was at practice for about 5 minutes. He said, this Stefon Diggs is pretty good, isn't he? He goes right away. He said, I got it. I know who to throw it to.
Timeout, Green Bay.
The BMW i8's award-winning dual-engine technology, now available in BMW's most iconic models. Introducing the more efficient, more dynamic BMW i Performance lineup. featuring the X5 plug-in hybrid with up to 540 miles per tank and the breathtaking acceleration of e-boost technology. We only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. Lease a BMW X5 xDrive 40e for as low as $539 a month.
Your Can's thinking playoffs. Your Can's thinking division.
Nobody catches ball.
Your Can's thinking Houston.
Don't jinx it.
Your Can is Houston.
It's Peyton. It's Peyton on Sunday morning.
E-Man.
What up, Peyton?
You know I have DirecTV NFL Sunday Ticket. I get every game, every Sunday, all in HD.
Yeah, I know that.
So you want to come over? I'll make nachos.
I can't right now, man. I'm playing.
Oh, yeah. All right. Pencil you in for Tuesday.
Get NFL Sunday Ticket included at no extra charge. Only on DirecTV.
7 ingredients. Wonder what they are.
Corrosion inhibitor.
Solvent fluid.
Demulsifier.
Fuel detergent number 1.
Fuel detergent number 2.
Anti-adhesion compound.
And marker molecules.
Get better gas mileage with Synergy. Exxon and Mobil. Energy lives here.
It's a big week for The Tonight Show, when Fallon catches Hillary Clinton fever on Monday. Plus dueling robots with Terry Crews, Ariana Grande, and a brand new Ooh with the voices Miley Cyrus.
Ow!
New Fallon, NBC this week.
Sunday Night Football being brought to you by Southwest. Gets to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. By Microsoft Surface, the official tablet of the NFL. By Subway Restaurants, and by BMW, we make only one thing, the ultimate driving machine. It's Washburn High School beating St. Anthony Village on Friday night. And
nice runs.
Yeah, those boys were in attendance tonight. After the timeout, which was taken by Minnesota, not by Green Bay. Gain here for Adrian Peterson. Going up the middle, picking up 5 yards to the 32, and Peterson is down. Holding the right leg, so Adrian Peterson, what was his 12th carry of the night, needs the attention.
Hey, come close to the computer. Give me those eyes.
Is everything okay?
My husband, Mike Williams, is on the Deepwater Horizon.
Hey! You gotta get to the lifeboats right now.
I'm going back and covering with you.
Mayday, this is Deepwater Horizon. I don't want to die.
Don't look down, look at me.
Deepwater Horizon, rated PG-13. In theaters and IMAX September 30th.
I live in a nameless town. No need to wander around. I live in a nameless town. Blackout. Midnight, where we used to dance. Underneath the early halogen lamps. All I went away so fast. Blackout. We'll wait for the year when the time comes.
With full game replays, you can replay entire games, which gives you more football. Start your free trial at NFL.com/Game Pass.
Well, they have taken Adrian Peterson to the sideline, and he needed assistance. He could put no weight on it. And here's what happened, as it was Kyle Fackrell, the linebacker. You can see that ankle underneath, and that is the issue. And there he was, putting no weight at all on that right leg or ankle. So he is on the table. That puts Jerick McKinnon in the game as the running back, and they give it to him. And He gets taken down at the 30-yard line. That'll make it 3rd down and about 3.
Sam Bradford said, "You promised me Adrian Peterson when I got here." That is big.
So all eyes on that bench right now. They go no huddle here on a 3rd down and 3. And Bradford fires, and that's going to be a 4-yard gain and enough for a 1st down to Adam Thielen. Tackled by the linebacker Joe Thomas with 2.5 to go in the quarter.
Now Micah Hyde down.
That secondary, of course, already minus Sam Shields, who sustained another concussion. He's had a few in his career, and he is inactive tonight, the cornerback.
Yeah,
so an injury timeout while they tend to hide.
We're family. We'd do anything for each other. But this time, those bonds were definitely tested.
Frog leg for my baby brother.
Don't frogs have like 2 legs? So they should have 2 of these.
Since I'm active duty and she's family, I was able to set my sister up with a sweet membership from Navy Federal.
If you hold it closer, it looks bigger.
Eat your food.
My big sis likes to make tiny food, and I'm okay with that.
Open to the armed forces, the DoD, and their families. Navy Federal Credit Union.
I overpack, but my guy knows what to bring. Like Viagra single packs for ED.
Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain or Adempas for pulmonary hypertension. Your blood pressure could drop to an unsafe level. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor about Viagra single packs.
We've just been hearing so much about how you're a digital company. Yet here you are, building a jet engine.
Well, GE is digital and industrial.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Ham and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Cops and robbers. Nachos and karate.
Not that one so much. But the rest were really good.
Socks and shoes.
Okay, Ricky.
Stefon Diggs is becoming a star here tonight. 7 catches for 142 yards for his new favorite quarterback, Sam Bradford. Here he is going up against Demarius Randall, who is the best for the Green Bay Packers. A couple of second-year players going at it. This was a big 4th down conversion that Diggs made as well. And then the catch and run, doing his best Antonio Brown impersonation so far in this game.
Micah Hyde, who was shaken up before the commercial, walks off basically unassisted. Bradford on play action, going to the end zone. You got it. Diggs. Who else? Touchdown. A flag is down. Flag on the play. So Diggs gets free, beats his man. See about the call. Beat Demarius Randall. Vikings think it's against Green Bay, and I think the Packers do too. And there goes a very sad sight for all Viking fans. Adrian Peterson assisted back to the locker room.
Who would have ever believed, with Adrian Peterson a non-factor in this game, that Sam Bradford and Stefon Diggs would dominate?
Pass interference, number 23, defense. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
He was the man covering Diggs. That's 15 catches in 7 quarters this season for number 14.
Not only is Diggs good, but he's savvy. He went inside, worked back outside, which for most corners means you're going to go a fade to the corner of the end zone, then went back to the post again, and for Randall, it just confused him. Ended up having to grab and had a foul on that play anyway.
Walsh's extra point makes it a 10-point game.
Man.
2:11 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 100 or more receiving yards in the history of this team. Gene Washington all the way back in '69. Chris Carter, who's in the building tonight in '97, and there is Mr. Diggs.
Well, Sam Bradford's going to take a shot at the end of this play as well. Mike Daniels, his favorite guy, catches him right in the ribs, and he still drops it in there perfectly. I don't want to overstate this case, and I don't like hyperbole.
Go ahead.
But what Sam Bradford is doing tonight is unbelievable. He's here for 2 weeks. He's running this offense out of the hurry up, out of the no huddle. He's been taking a pounding. There's no running game to speak of. The protection has not been good. And he and Stefon Diggs are tearing it up. It is borderline unbelievable.
And he took a shot on that left hand and actually had to spend some time in the middle of the second quarter back in the locker room getting x-rayed. Trade for the moment looks pretty good.
I mean, think about these numbers. One quarterback in this game is going to go 21 for 28, 271, 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. The other one 12 for 21, 97 yards. Would anybody have picked Sam Bradford over Aaron Rodgers with those 2 numbers?
Oh yeah, would have had that all the way.
You would. You always. You're that smart a guy.
Oh yeah. It's a returnable kick, but it won't be returned by Tom Montgomery. Let's go to Michelle.
Well, you saw AP limp back to the locker room. There is no official word yet, but we watched the athletic trainer looking at the back outside corner of his right knee. They were testing the stability, trying to move that knee in different directions. He was clearly in a lot of pain and not in a very good mood about it. You saw he couldn't put any weight on it. Right now he's back there again. Nothing official at this point, Al.
All right, Michelle. So there was the scene. If you're wondering about the year that he missed because of the knee injury, it was the other leg. It was the left knee. So they just have to hope for the best right now. Right now they have a 10-point lead against Green Bay. That defense has been phenomenal tonight. 25-yard line. Starks is the back. And he gets bottled up. You know, Chris, I keep thinking about like a guy like Mike Zimmer. A great assistant coach, came up under Bill Parcells' tutelage, Dallas, Cincinnati, and he'd basically given up on the opportunity that he felt he would ever get to become a head coach, and here he is, and he's done a masterful job in 3 years here.
Well, he was in Cincinnati, so I got to know him pretty well, and all those players down there said, if you don't want to hear the truth, don't get around that guy. He is Bill Parcells to a T with the way that he talks to his football team, but boy, can he coach.
And there is Starks, who takes it up to the 39 as a penalty. Green Bay moving back, so they know it's against them. That will negate the first down.
Holding number 70 offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Second down.
That's T.J. Lang.
Right there is where you're going to get the hold. As Barr tried to spin out, Lang sort of still had him, I guess.
Sort of, kind of.
Sort of, kind of.
Little over a minute to play. Second down and 14. Four-man rush. Rodgers, and adjusting on it is Adams. Pass is underthrown, and a flag comes in. We got Waynes right there. Sendeo is also in the neighborhood. Waynes has already been flagged twice here in the half.
Let's see what Zimmer's going to do. Is he going to pull him again?
Pass interference, number 26, defense. First down at the spot of the foul.
Well, he pulled him earlier. That means you have to bring in the rookie, Mackenzie Alexander.
Well, once again in perfect position, but not getting his head around. So all this contact is a foul. There is no question about it. He's just panicking, Al. He's in perfect position all night. He was in week 1 as well. But you can't do that. He has to learn in this league. You have to turn around and find the football.
3 penalties. That one 28 yards. And it gives Green Bay the ball at the 49. Rodgers with time, fires high and incomplete, intended for Jordy Nelson. Crossing over the middle, Newman covering. A minute to go in the third. 2nd and 10.
You just don't see Aaron Rodgers miss many like that. Tom Johnson had a little pressure on him at the end, but maybe it was more of Eric Kendricks being underneath this throw. I think he tried to throw it over Kendricks' head and drop it in there, but that one wasn't dropping.
Little shovel. James Starks takes it, and he'll get the first down and a few more yards to the 35-yard line. First down, Green Bay.
They sort of had Kendricks in the middle of, once again, as that spy, and hit him with this little shovel pass, and they got him blocked. So Mike McCarthy now digging a little deeper in the playbook, looking for something that can break through what has been a very stout Vikings defense.
So no huddle here from the 35-yard line. Cook playing the role of fullback here. Give it to Starks, trying to get outside. And that takes it to the 33-yard line, and that should take us into the final quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 8 when we begin the 4th on opening night at US Bank Stadium. Through 3, it is Minnesota 17, Green Bay 7. Sunday Night Football back after this.
Follow my lead. I'm never gonna let anybody hurt you.
SVU returns Wednesday on NBC.
I'm Shannon Kogan with Wave 3 News. What happens here matters to me because this is where my boys are growing up. If you're raising a family anywhere in Wave Country, you probably look at it that way too. We have some serious issues to deal with that affect our safety. But we also have positive things happening in our community, people doing good things. I'm proud to say at Wave 3 News, we do both. A balanced look at the community where you and I are raising our families.
The 2016 Nissan Rogue. An IIHS top safety pick with intuitive all-wheel drive. Take on any road in Nissan Rogue, Murano, and Pathfinder with intuitive all-wheel drive. Get to your local Nissan store today for 0% financing for up to 72 months or get a low $189 per month lease on Rogue.
At Thornton's, we believe busy folks like you should be able to get real food from a real kitchen, even when you're on the go. So now we have real kitchens with real cooks making real food right in our stores. Hand-rolled breakfast burritos, freshly made pizza sticks, soft, salty pretzels, a whole menu of delicious food that's good to go and great to eat. Stop in today and see just how good real can taste.
Real kitchen, real food, it's Thornton's.
Shannon Kogan, weeknights on Wave 3 News.
Week 2 concludes with Monday Night Football on ESPN. Then Week 3 kicks off with Thursday Night Football on CBS NFL Network and streaming on Twitter.
Aerial coverage tonight being brought to you by Geico as we start the 4th quarter in Minneapolis. Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, and shoulder for you. Sunday Night Football, looking down into this brand spanking new stadium, and it's 2nd and 8 for Green Bay at the Viking 33-yard line. Rodgers pressured, down he goes at the 44-yard line. Everson Griffin gets the sack.
What a move this is. Watch how fast he gets around this corner, and David Bakhtiari, he can move his feet, but he's been getting close all night. But Griffin, who had 2 sacks in that game in Week 17 to clinch the division, comes up with a big one there.
He was a 4th-round pick back in 2010 from USC. 3rd and 18. They have to get to the 25 to convert. Right now looking to get into field goal range to make it a 1-possession game or more. Rodgers going deep, and it is Nelson making the catch inside the 5-yard line. Rodgers, so many times through the years, extending the play, waiting, and Nelson finally getting free enough. 39 yards, 1st and goal.
There, Trey Wayne's trying to get his head around, but he gets there so late. He's what do you call it? Betwixt and between. You know, it's not like he's looking at the receiver and he's not finding the ball. And so Jordy Nelson, the veteran, just goes up over the top and makes the play.
Starks in the backfield with Rodgers on a 1st and goal. So that was a 3rd and 18. And now trying to make it a 3-point game. And then Rodgers fires and almost intercepted at the goal line. Terrence Newman almost had the pick. Cut inside of Devontae Adams, 2nd and goal.
Little double clutch that time from Aaron Rodgers and Terrence Newman. Oh boy, he almost put a serious damper on this game for Packers fans. Looked like the Super Bowl play a little bit.
Yeah. Malcolm Butler.
Well.
2nd down and goal. You got Cobb and Starks both in the backfield with Rodgers. Blitz coming. Dump it off to Starks. You got 3 Vikings there to provide the escort out of bounds, and a cheerleader goes down as well. She's fine. Gets up, gets the pom-poms going. 3rd and goal.
Man, Linval Joseph came through. They occupied every single gap on that one, and Linval Joseph was the beneficiary of it. And he comes in and just drills Aaron Rodgers, and it's a good thing Starks caught that one. I'm not so sure that wouldn't have been ruled a lateral.
It's a loss of 6, so it's 3rd and goal. Ball at the 10. Crowd doing its best to jam communications as Rodgers has time, dancing, under pressure, gets away. Aaron Rodgers does it again. Touchdown. How many times have you seen it? Surrounded. Flag comes down at the end of the play. Rodgers dancing and able to finally find that open space and coasts into the end zone. And I think the way they're looking around, Sendejo took a shot.
And Sendejo
got a shot in.
Yeah, after he was well into the end zone. Randall Cobb didn't like it, and there we go. Sendejo at the end, he's clearly across the line. Now a shot at the franchise, and Rodgers didn't like it, and Cobb didn't like it, and here we go.
The ruling on the field is a touchdown. After the score, unsportsmanlike conduct number 73, offense.
Wow.
That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. That is number 73's first unsportsmanlike foul to consider for possible disqualification.
So they call it on Treader. Sendejo doesn't get flagged. New rule this year, 2 unsportsmanlike conducts, you're thrown out of the game. That's why Anderson gave the longer description.
I'm going to tell you what, J.C. Treader may have gotten a 15-yard penalty. That may have been the best block of the game right there. Linval Joseph, who has been terrorizing Rodgers inside, one-on-one block. Treader got it done, then came down to defend his quarterback and got that. And nobody's mad at him over there. They want him protecting number 12.
Crosby knocks it through. 12:41 to go in regulation in a close one on opening night at U.S. Bank Stadium. 17-14 home team.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. This is the Chevy Malibu. It was awarded Most Dependable Midsize Car by J.D. Power.
It looks great. Wow. What is happening? Oh my gosh, it's going up.
But the Malibu is not the only vehicle that was awarded.
This is mind-blowing.
The Chevy Camaro, Equinox, and Silverado HD were awarded Most Dependable as well.
This is extremely impressive. There's so many.
Doing it once, yeah, great job. 4 times, obviously, they're doing something right.
Absolutely.
I see gold in the
When the sun goes down, the limes go in.
Let's do it.
5 days.
That's all you got.
Until the Magnificent Seven.
Well, let's do a half day of drinking.
The Magnificent Seven. Rated PG-13.
Upgrade season's here. I got my new iPhone 7 from Sprint. $0.
Sprint? I'm hearing good things about the network.
All the networks are great now. We're talking within a 1% difference in reliability of each other. And Sprint saves you 50% on most current national carrier rates. Ooh. And if you got 1% more haircut than me today, would you really pay twice as much?
No, I wouldn't.
Copy that.
Switch to Sprint. Get the iPhone 7 for $0 with eligible trade-in. Plus save 50% off most current national carrier rates.
Sunday Night Football being brought to you by the Magnificent Seven in theaters September the 23rd. By Corona Extra, who invites you to find your beach. By Sprint, call 800-SPRINT-1 or sprint.com. And by Chevrolet, the most awarded car company 2 years in a row. Outside the stadium, 160-foot long legacy ship, curved LED board. I mean, it's some sight. It's on the footprint of the old Metrodome. They knocked it down, and this came into being after 2 years over at the University of Minnesota Stadium. Cordero Patterson out to the 45-yard line. He provided a big boost in the game last week at Tennessee with a 61-yard run back and a big boost here tonight. Let's go to Michelle.
Al, Adrian Peterson has been officially downgraded to out with a right knee injury, and the Vikings tell us it's unlikely we will receive further information about his injury tonight. Meanwhile, on defense, Danielle Hunter is questionable with a left knee injury, Al.
All right, Michelle, there was the scene when Adrian Peterson went out. Next week, they go to Carolina. Wildcat here, and that's McKinnon in the Wildcat. And he will hand the ball off here. Coming around is Patterson. And Cordero Patterson, who had such a good rookie year, pretty good second year, and plays sparingly offensively, trying to get the referee to call a foul, which he will not. Loss of 2, 2nd and 12.
Cordero Patterson, generally when he actually gets in the game, gets the ball.
And now a flag comes in. He just threw it just now.
How many do they have in the huddle? Might be 12 out there. I think there are 12.
After the play, sportsmanlike conduct number 14, offense. 15-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd down. That is number 14's first unsportsmanlike foul of the game for consideration for possible disqualification.
The only thing that Diggs has done wrong tonight. See if we can pick it up here. And Diggs actually comes off the sideline, so he comes out onto the field without your helmet. That's automatically a penalty.
There he comes right there.
Yep.
And that's a foul, nicely called by the officials. So the old sticking up for your teammate has cost each team 15 yards, and have both of those guys with 1 warning. Of course, that's the new rule this year, unsportsmanlike after the play's over. That's how you get ejected if you have 2.
Turned into a 2nd and 27. Now it's going to be 3rd and 27 as Joe Thomas wraps up Jerick McKinnon. So McKinnon's got to be the guy, along with Matt Asiata, to pick up the running game in the absence of Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, and don't forget now that the Packers turned the ball over on that 4th and 1 down in field goal range. So if they had opted to kick that field goal, potentially we could have had a tie score here.
If. 3rd and 27. And over the middle, here's Diggs. And Diggs gets back to the 42-yard line, close to the original line of scrimmage, but his penalty put them in a big jam. And then they come with the punting unit now. Diggs has just made his 9th catch for 182 yards, and here comes Locke's 6th punt of the night. And Trevor Davis is going to go back, a rookie from Cal. to set up at his own 10-yard line.
Well, it just does you no good to stick up for your teammate like that. You know, I mean, what are you gonna do? What is he gonna do? Come off? He's the smallest guy in the field.
And a fair catch ball for made at the 16-yard line. Mr. Rodgers and company back to work, down by 3.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. This is the Chevy Malibu. It was awarded Most Dependable Midsize Car by J.D. Power.
It looks great. Wow. What is happening? Oh my gosh, it's going up.
But the Malibu's not the only vehicle that was awarded.
This is mind-blowing.
The Chevy Camaro, Equinox, and Silverado HD were awarded Most Dependable as well.
This is extremely impressive. There's so many.
Doing it once, yay, great job. 4 times, obviously they're doing something right.
Absolutely.
I'm in there as Katie.
I'll call you later. Or, no, I won't. I'll text you because, what am I, your dad? Don't stay out too late.
Yeah, just text me.
Thank you. Get home safe. This must be what Antonio Brown feels like when he's dancing in the end zone.
Huh. This must be how Lucas felt when he finally got Katie's number.
Pepsi.
It's Peyton. It's Peyton on Sunday morning.
You like football? Yeah. It's DirecTV NFL Sunday Ticket. I can watch every Sunday Ticket game live on any device.
I'm retired. I just sit here watching nothing.
Huh.
If I were you, I'd work as long as you can, son.
It's Peyton on
Work
Sunday
as long as you can.
Thanks.
Get NFL Sunday Ticket only on DirecTV and watch live games anywhere.
A young woman and her child were taken. I want her back. Thursday. This is personal. Elizabeth, I will come for you. The Blacklist premieres Thursday on NBC.
There's your matchup next Sunday night. The Chicago Bears against the Dallas Cowboys. Bears play Philadelphia tomorrow night. They're 0-1, and the Cowboys, thrilling game today, knocked off Washington. Behind Dak Prescott, the rookie quarterback, who looked great. AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. Same folks who built that stadium and Lucas Oil in Indianapolis designed this one. US Bank Stadium on opening night. 3-point game. Green Bay at its own 15-yard line.
See if they come back after Trey Waynes again, down at the bottom of your screen.
Little dump off, and Lacy can't handle it. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Trey Waynes in the second half. It's not like he hasn't been in position. He has. He's just grabby. Every time he gets down the field, he's grabbing and pulling and getting flags thrown on him and not getting his head around. And he's right there. He's just a pup. He's a young player, but he's going to have to learn in this league that grabbing gets you nowhere, and you've got to find the football.
He was their #1 draft choice last year at a Michigan State. Lacy, look at that hole, gigantic hole, and he runs right through it out to the 28-yard line for a 1st down.
Just sort of an inside zone, going to kick out here and loop right back through here. Really a gaping hole this time for Lacy. That's about the biggest hole he's seen so far this year.
Shaves it off the backside. He's carried 11 times now for 49 yards. Under 10 to play in regulation. Nelson trying to get a block and picks up about 4 or 5. Randall Cobb was there in front of him. Newman rides him out, and it'll be 2nd down and 4 after a gain of 6.
Well, I tell you, great players just have a way of taking over the game, don't they? Aaron Rodgers coming up with that run for the touchdown when it looked like that pocket was collapsing is giving this team hope where it looked like there wasn't much for a while.
Rodgers out of the pistol. Hands it to Lacy, and that's a great ankle tackle from behind. Harrison Smith comes darting through to knock him down and sets up a 3rd and 3.
Before Mike Zimmer got here, Harrison Smith played center field. He was back 20 yards off the ball, and Mike Zimmer said, this guy's pretty good. I had to try him doing some few different things, and He makes a lot of plays behind the line of scrimmage. Big time play there.
3rd and 3.
One of the first times we've seen that double-A blitz look. 2 linebackers up. Let's see if they blitz or not.
Crowd roaring as Rodgers throws, and it's caught. First down. Davante Adams working on Trey Waynes. Big conversion on a 3rd and 3. First down up at the 45-yard line.
They did. Both linebackers blitz, which means one-on-one coverage on the outside. Nice route that time by Davante Adams. The offensive line did a full push to their right-hand side, as did Rodgers. Everything moved that way. Protection held up and threw back.
Run. 319.
Toss Lacy. Smacked at the line of scrimmage. That's Barr right there. Anthony Barr, the top pick in 2014 out of UCLA. No gain, 2nd and 10.
One of the best linebackers in all of football. There's just no question about it. Anthony Barr has gotten so much better in coverage. One of the top blitzing linebackers as far as when they give him the opportunity. Is taking over much more of the signal calling now for this football team. Big time play.
Meanwhile, Terrence Newman out of the game right now. Mackenzie Alexander, the rookie, at the top of your screen. And all he has to do is go head-to-head with Jordy Nelson. Pressure on Rodgers. Fires over the middle. Caught. First down to the 40-yard line. Goes Richard Rodgers. Rodgers to Rodgers. Sendejo makes the tackle. Clock ticks down to 7 minutes. First down, Green Bay.
One of the things Mike Zimmer is famous for, bringing these linebackers. The problem is it creates big voids in there.
And Rodgers, pressure, loses the ball again. Can Green Bay come up with a 4th offensive fumble recovery? Robinson created it, and this time Minnesota finally recovers a fumble. Aaron Rodgers trying to slip away, as he's done so deftly through the years. And this time it's Stefon who comes up with a recovery. Minnesota takes over midfield.
Introducing the new Xbox One S, the ultimate games and 4K entertainment system, where you can play over 100 console exclusives on the fastest, most reliable gaming network. So bring every friend you have and build new worlds together. This is the new Xbox One S.
Xbox One S, starting at $299.
This is the all-new 2016 Chevy Malibu.
Wow, that's nice.
Let's check it out. Do any of you have kids?
I do.
Yes.
This car has a feature built in called Teen Driver Technology, which lets parents see how their teens are driving.
That's smart.
It even mutes the radio until the seatbelt is fastened.
So we keep track of how many boys get in the car. That could be useful.
This is ahead of what my Audi has for sure.
Wish my Beamer had that.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't even know that technology existed.
I'm not in the market for a car, but now I may be.
The name is Hart. Kevin Hart.
Can't over the money.
This is going to pay for my global tour.
Close your mouth, Kevin.
I'm at the airport. I'm in the bathroom. This is what I hear out of nowhere. Kev Hart, I'm your biggest fan. I want to get a picture with you. I'm just going to put my phone over the stall. What? The fear that went through my body, because I didn't want my fans to know that I'd be raw butting these taller seats.
What now? Rated R. Advance tickets are now available.
You were born to show people what love sounds like. You and me are meant to be together.
The Voice returns tomorrow, followed by The Good Place on NBC.
Brian Robinson, 10 years with the Vikings, drafted in 07, played his college ball at the University of Texas, creates the fumble, and then gets up and tells the crowd, come on. Let's hear it. Aaron Rodgers just shakes his head, and we'll go back to the fumble itself.
Look at Brian Bulaga having to look in here, and then you've got to go back and find the captain, Brian Robinson, who just does that little delayed move, then gets Bulaga's hands off of him and doesn't even consider going for the hit on Aaron Rodgers. Just strips the football right out, great play, and finally the 4th time was the charm.
3 offensive fumbles recovered by Green Bay. Finally, they get the recovery. Asiata is in the backfield as Bradford leads them up at the 44-yard line.
120 hot.
And they give it to Asiata, who has some room, and he picks up a first down. To the 44-yard line he goes. And Minnesota can begin to work a little bit on the clock as well. A little more than 6.5 to go in regulation. First down.
It's kind of interesting there. Kyle Rudolph ran down the field like he was running a route, and Clinton Dix didn't come up to run support there, just sort of got fooled on the play. Sure, in man coverage.
47.
Asiata in the backfield. You've got a fullback in here right now, Zach Line, number 48. And Bradford gives it to Asiata again, and this time nothing doing. He tries to get around the right side, and that's Morgan Burnett, who will be slow in getting up, who makes the tackle. And that will create a stoppage for the injury timeout. And then when that happens, you have to come out for at least one play. Burnett arising. Sam Bradford, most by a player in his first game as a Viking. There were some pretty good quarterbacks here, including one Mr. Fran Tarkenton.
If he ends up being what he might be, because he really, Al, has not had that full stretch of games. Even last year when he played so well in the latter 3 quarters of the season, he was still nursing that knee injury and learning a new system, and all those things at the beginning of the year got really hot. You just don't know what his upside still could be.
After all these years, and of course he's had an injury checkered career as well. And this pass is knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, number 1 draft choice, the rookie from UCLA, creates a 3rd and 11, and that stops the clock with 5:35.
They just don't have many options. And Morgan Burnett, he's one of those sort of hybrid guys. Dom Capers does such a great job between Micah Hyde and Morgan Burnett. They play about 16 to 18% of their snaps as a linebacker player. Gets the most out of all these guys. Here's Hyde up tight now.
Numbers for Bradford. Very efficient on 3rd down. McKinnon is in the backfield. And Sam's going to get swallowed up at the 45-yard line. So you bring Peppers in pass rush situations, and that, of course, is something he's been doing for 15 seasons, several of those at Carolina, and Nick Perry as well, and that makes it 4th down and 21.
Matt Khalil's nursing some hip issues, but I tell you what, Nick Perry here just runs right over him. Right here, watch this. So straight line directly through Matt Khalil, straight to Sam Bradford, and Julius Peppers did basically the same thing on the other side. These tackles, this offensive line has to be better, or Sam Bradford's not going to survive the year.
Full start here against the
Full
Vikings.
Start, number 20, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
On the punt team, Mackenzie Alexander, the rookie, backs him up. Tony Sperano coaching him up the offensive line. Tony, a couple of years ago, head coach with the Miami Dolphins. We've got Norv Turner, Pat Shurmur, and Sperano on the staff. 3 guys who have been head coaches in the National Football League. Jeff Locke to punt. Trevor Davis is going to let it go. And lucky for Locke, then it skirts the sideline. Could have gone out of bounds at around the 22. Instead, he gets every benefit of a bounce that takes the ball to the 9. 4:38 left, 50-yard punt.
Your son is a remarkable young man. He has more in common with Einstein or Picasso than he does with us.
Can our son lead a normal life?
Define normal.
Do you like puzzles? Look at the photos. They call him the accountant.
Like a CPA accountant?
Not quite. This guy works for some of the scariest people on the planet and survives it.
I have difficulty socializing, even though I want to. Some of my clients are quite dangerous.
We have to go to the police.
Police can't protect you.
Imagine the secrets this guy has. I need to know who he is.
The Accountant, rated R, starts October 14th.
You may wonder how we pack all that great taste into just 96 calories. Well, that's a mystery you don't need to solve. You just get to enjoy. Spelled different because it's brewed different.
With this level of engineering, it's a performance machine. With this degree of intelligence, it's a supercomputer. With this grade of protection, it's a fortress. And with this standard of luxury, it's an oasis. Introducing the completely redesigned E-Class. It's everything you need it to be, and more. Lease the E300 for $549 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
This is the season finale on Golf Channel and NBC.
Week 3 begins Thursday Night Football. You can see it on CBS, NFL Network, streaming on Twitter. The Houston Texans go to Foxborough to take on the Patriots. 3-point game here. Saying Skol, Skol. Viking cheer. Rodgers backed up to his own 9 after the 50-yard boot by Locke. Good protection, then he dumps it off underneath, but an errant pass. Cook can't handle it, makes it 2nd down and 10. Rodgers tonight, 17 out of 30 for 183.
Fair miss there for Aaron Rodgers. Jared Cook had a chance, but this game is going to finish up probably as would be expected maybe. This Vikings defense, Trey Waynes and company now are going to have to hold up for the last 4.5.
Four-man rush, and the pass is caught but taken down immediately. Trey Waynes is right there with the tight end Jared Cook, and a very key 3rd and 7 coming up here.
Yeah, and Mike Zimmer has changed defenses now. He went to a trap zone coverage there. I think he's seen enough of Trey Waynes in man coverage. Let's see what they do here. Aaron Rodgers going to get a good long look.
Big conversion. If they have to punt, they're going to have to take their timeouts on defense. Ball at the 12-yard line, 3rd and 7. Showing blitz. Harrison Smith comes in, but they double him, and the pass is caught by Randall Cobb. Randall Cobb over the middle, 1st down on a 3rd and 7 after the 26.
They're coming right through there. Ended up, and James Starks made the key block to be able to pick that one up. Came with a safety blitz from Harrison Smith.
3.5 left in regulation. Rodgers again buying time. He's a lot of room to roam, and he exploits it and dances out of bounds up at the 37-yard line, and that should be enough for a 1st down, and is.
Yeah, you could tell Aaron Rodgers at first. It looked like Eric Kendricks was spying him in the middle of the field, and then he took off on coverage when James Starks left, and for Aaron Rodgers there was nobody left.
Rodgers, of course, so mobile. 3 runs tonight for 30 yards. That one good for 11. Also ran one in for a touchdown. Now the Vikings. How many will they send? They send an extra man, and that pass is knocked away, intended for Cobb, and it's Captain Munnerlyn. Long-time Carolina Panther, came over a couple of years ago. Barr put the pressure on Rodgers.
Big difference when big old Anthony Barr comes on the blitz against James Starks instead of the safety. Almost got there, forced Aaron to throw it just a bit before he was ready. Two really good play callers going at it down the stretch here.
2nd and 10 from the 36. Rodgers fires, and that will move the sticks as Adams makes the catch, again going in Wayne's direction. And the next snap will be under 3 minutes.
Just a little gun shy now. I think that they are so afraid of Trey Waynes getting the penalties. They've been playing a little bit more zone defense, and now Wayne's being a little more cautious. Before he's been maybe a little overly aggressive, and now he's going to have to come back up and get that aggressive gene going again. Back at the line of scrimmage now in the bump and run now.
2.5 to go. Play clock at 4. Rodgers sliding right, looking to get out, and he can't. Goes down again. Linval Joseph is the first guy in there to knock him down.
Linval Joseph got a little bit of revenge that time on Treader, the center, right there. Going to slide the line all the way to the right, and Joseph is going to slide off, and this time Aaron Rodgers does not get away.
4-yard sack, 2nd and 14. Trying to get it off before the 2-minute warning. And they won't. That is the 2-minute warning. It's the 2nd down and 14 when we come back, and Green Bay has all of its timeouts. Close one in the opener. Vikings by 3.
Crowds in Midtown today mean only one thing.
Everyone is ready for the next-gen iPhone. And so is Verizon, with the only next-gen network that lets you make the most of it. LTE Advanced delivers 50% faster peak speeds to over 450 cities coast to coast. The next-gen iPhone deserves the next-gen network. And right now, get our best offer ever, an iPhone 7 on us.
There's no one road out there. No one surface. No one speed. No one way of driving on each and every road. But there is one car that can conquer them all. The Mercedes-Benz C-Class. 5 driving modes let you customize the steering, shift points, and suspension to fit the mood you're in and the road you're on. The 2016 C-Class. Lease the C300 for $369 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer.
Buy one, take one is back at Olive Garden. Choose one delicious entree at our place and another for yours, starting at $12.99. May all your tomorrows be as delicious as today. Olive Garden.
Your Can's thinking playoffs. Your Can's thinking division.
Nobody catches ball.
Your Can's thinking Houston.
Don't jinx it.
Your Can is Houston.
Check this out. Is that a police wire?
How much longer are you gonna cover for Voight?
Do not go down with him.
The department wants someone's head on a platter. So watch your step.
Chicago PD premieres Wednesday, 10/9 Central on NBC.
Right after the game, of course, the Volkswagen postgame report. Michelle on the field with the stars of the game. We have our own Mike and Mike along with Tony Dungy. They'll break it all down, and we'll look ahead to next Sunday's matchup between the Bears and the Cowboys down in Arlington. 2nd and 14 now. Robinson was on the table a moment ago. They were wrapping up his ankle, but he's out of the game for the moment. He had that big forced fumble.
Daniil Hunter back in there, and he was shaky to return earlier.
Right, Hunter number 99. It's 2nd down and 14. The Vikings crowd the defensive line and then back off. And Rodgers throws on the run, and it's knocked away. Terrence Newman is there, intended for Jordy Nelson. 3rd and 14.
There's the danger when you're dealing with a veteran. Watch Terrence Newman out here looking right at Rodgers. Read this all the way, and really, if he had gotten that left hand in front, likely would have had that interception. The Packers lucky that one didn't go the other way, and Newman's disappointed.
38-year-old Terrence Newman out there on a 3rd down and 14.
Well, Trey Waynes down here at the bottom against Devontae Adams, one-on-one.
Robinson is back in the game. Rodgers throws, and it's intercepted. It is picked off by Trey Waynes. Picking on him all night long, and finally, he might have the last say.
Trey Waynes, you just keep fighting, right, boss? There you go. Going to run a little post corner. He was wide open if he just stayed on the slant. And really, because it was a one-step move by Davante Adams, Trey Waynes really didn't even have a chance to react to it. The entire defense had flowed to the right side. Aaron Rodgers saw it, comes back to his one-on-one, and Trey Waynes, after an interesting night, it's the play of the game.
To say the least, but it's not over in the sense that Green Bay has all of its timeouts. So clearly, with a stop here, they get the ball back, and we know what this guy can do in clutch time. Ball at the 45-yard line. They start with Asiata and a fullback line in there. And this will be a 2.5, 3-yard gain, and Green Bay will take its first timeout. It'll be 2nd and 8. Let's go to Michelle.
Well, quickly, Morgan Burnett of the Packers questionable with a hamstring injury, Al.
All right, so there he is. He's out of the game. Chances are the safety's not going to be a factor on this drive as Minnesota figures to keep it on the ground. Minnesota next week. We don't know about Peterson, of course. Goes to Carolina. Green Bay will go home until October the 30th. They have 4 straight home games beginning next week and a bye.
It's a good time to be in Green Bay.
Oh, yeah. No carry-on luggage for these guys. Matthews on the sideline. Bradford back to the huddle after the timeout. 2nd down and 7.
You're going to get everybody up. If they want to take a shot with Diggs, he's one-on-one with no help anywhere.
And Asiata, I think you got to play it safe to make sure Green Bay uses all of its timeouts. I think. But what do either of us know, right?
Well, you know, that's the right call. Obviously, it is, and because you don't want to make it easy. But Aaron Rodgers just needs 3 to get us to overtime, and that's a lot of time to leave Aaron Rodgers. But you don't want to leave him a timeout either. But right. The likelihood of picking this up with the way the Packers are playing defense right now, running the ball, the way it's been going tonight, next to nil. So Sam Bradford's been your star. Stefon Diggs has been the other star. And if you're going to take a chance, you might hear.
Third down and 6 up at the 49-yard line. Bradford, 22 out of 30, 286 and 2 touchdowns.
It looked like he was talking to Stefon Diggs in the huddle. Maybe I'm imagining things.
120! 120!
Yep. Looking at him, but incomplete. And a flag, though, comes in. Demarius Randall with the penalty. And that is a killer for Green Bay.
I tell you, Zach Line made that play with a great blitz pickup. Tough call here.
Pass interference, number 29, defense. Automatic first down at the spot of the foul.
23, not 29.
Looked like their feet got tangled up, and that would not, but there's the foul. You can see the left arm hooking, grabbing, and turning. It is the turn right there. That's a great call by the official. Such a subtle move. And now let's watch Zach Line right here. If he doesn't pick up that blitz, it looked like Bradford was going to be sacked. Great call by the official. That is a tough one, and he got it right.
So 136. They can make Green Bay use its final timeout, which they will here, as Blake Martinez, the rookie, stuffs Asiata. And now Minnesota can take just about all the time off the clock. 133.
Sam Bradford talking to Stefon Diggs, I thought in the huddle, was an interesting moment here. Here he goes, Bradford, and there's Diggs, I believe, right there. And you could see him sort of looking at him and having a direct conversation with him. And they set it up. He kind of cut the split down to maybe make Randall believe that he was going to go to the out. Instead, he breaks to the in and gets the call.
Coming your way, big boy.
I'm going to bet they don't throw now, though.
You think?
I'm a gambling guy.
Yeah, sure you are. I'll give you 1 to 100. Asiata tripped up at the 40. And that can take us down to around 50 seconds or so before they have to snap it again. And the Minnesota Vikings are on the cusp of christening their new house. Interesting, they've played in 4 different stadiums, and every time they've played Green Bay in the first game at that stadium, whether it was Metropolitan Stadium, the Metrodome, or TCF Bank Stadium, Ziggy Wilf and his brother Mark, the owners of the team, Green Bay has spoiled the first game between these teams at every stadium. But tonight, looks like the tables are going to be turned here.
Yep. Unless we get another Hail Mary out of Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers, who doesn't create many turnovers and hasn't through the years, but 3 fumbles and a pick. Of course, only lost 1 of those fumbles, and that was a big one right there, Robinson, as Minnesota finally got a break and recovered it. And then of all people, Waynes with the interception.
Well, there won't be much time, but as far as Hail Marys are concerned, I don't know of anybody that can throw them any better than that guy.
Well, we've seen him.
Oh, my gosh.
Last year, he had the double Hail Mary in the Arizona playoff game. So they have to run one more play after this. And Bradford's able to take a few seconds off the clock. And then if you're the Minnesota Vikings right now, maybe you take the snap and you run around with the ball because you're going to have like 3 seconds left on the clock.
And I'm sure they'll let this thing run completely out here.
For sure.
Then you make a decision.
So Sam Bradford.
Yeah.
The near future, and who knows about the long term. And as we say, we only hope that Teddy Bridgewater has a full recovery from a bad knee injury sustained 3 weeks ago. Bradford coming to the sideline.
All he's got to do is take the ball and throw it kind of.
Yep. Do something with it. And the only thing that could kill him would be some wacky bad snap that gets picked up.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
So Minnesota will at least have to snap it and do something with it.
Well, if he puts a receiver to one side and just raises up and throws the ball, 3 seconds are going to go off.
The only thing that could do them in right now would be a terrible snap and a lucky recovery and running for a touchdown by Green Bay. So this,
I think they're just going to throw it right over the head of Stefon Diggs down here at the bottom.
This will do it. Bradford, he'll take all the time off the clock, sends it to the heavens, and the Minnesota Vikings have beaten the Green Bay Packers.
That is one of the most impressive things I've seen a football player do. I have to tell you what Sam Bradford did tonight was one of the most impressive things I've seen against a very good football team under the pressure of opening a new stadium. That was great.
And got off to a bit of a slow start first 2 series till he gathered it. Went back to the locker room to have his left hand x-rayed. And just for a moment it looked like maybe Sean Hill would have to take the reins again. And the next thing you know, Sam Bradford has led this team right now to a victory tonight and a record of 2-0. Coming up, Volkswagen post-game report next.
We are the ones who have been chosen to do this.
I'm not going to lose this guy. She's coding. Clear.
Chicago Med at its best.
Chicago Med premieres Thursday night, 8 Central on NBC.
You might want to hold on.
This guy went back in time to rewrite history. The damage to the timeline, it's catastrophic.
You don't understand what you're dealing with.
This is historic.
We're for real. We are at that next level.
Join us on this historic journey. We talk to Coach Petrino every week.
Amazing day it was. Big-time college football atmosphere.
We're the only station that has that kind of access. Wave3.com, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook.
We're not where we want to be, but we getting there.
As we continue to follow the Cards to what we hope will be a spot in the college football playoff.
Expect more right now. Wave 3 News.
If you have satellite, all it takes is a little bad weather to take out your TV service. You ever thought about what you want to do most when there's bad weather? Exactly. You want to watch TV. All right. Because there's always meaningful conversation. Time Warner Cable. It's the obvious choice, people.
Bluegrass Cellular brings you the neighborly service of a trusted local partner, along with a powerful nationwide network and industry-leading technology. With faster data speeds and more complete coverage, we keep you connected, here, there, and everywhere. This year is our 25th anniversary, and we couldn't have done it without you, which is why we're giving you 25 gigs of free data when you sign up for paperless billing and autopay, open to both new and existing customers. Bluegrass Cellular, your community expanded.
Dr. Rand Paul's work as a surgeon says a lot about who he is. For over 20 years, Rand Paul has performed free eye surgery for the poor in Kentucky and around the world.
I can't see my grandkids. I can't see their faces. To be able to see again, I mean, it's too awesome. He's just a wonderful person to do something like this.
Caring for Kentucky.
I'm Rand Paul, and I approve this message.
Dawn G, weeknights on Wave 3 News.
Welcome to the Volkswagen Passat post-game report. Here now, Mike Tirico.
Opening night, and the fans will leave happy as the Vikings beat the Packers 17-14 in another close, tight, memorable game in this long rivalry. Well, the Green Bay Packers will be thinking about a lot of different things after this game. The field goal they didn't go for in the third quarter when they were in easy field goal range, the 5 sacks, the multiple turnovers, Aaron Rodgers not handling the ball well, including that interception late in the game. But for the Vikings, a tremendous story. Sam Bradford, 15 days ago, they trade for him. He comes in here as they open the new stadium. He gets a victory, and he gets a game ball. Not just the one he's carrying there, but one that will be put up on the side of the Sunday Night Football bus. Matter of fact, it's not just Bradford with the 286 yards, but Stefon Diggs, 182 yards receiving, and the corner Trey Waynes. And they are standing by with Michelle Tafoya.
Sam, your first start after a crash course in this offense. How were you able to put things together so quickly?
Man, my teammates have been great. You know, they've been behind me since day one, since I've got here. You know, everyone's offered advice. They're all willing to help. You know, I didn't do it on my own tonight. Those guys were right there with me the whole way, and without those guys, you know, none of it would have been possible.
You took a lot of hits tonight, bruised your left hand. We watched it all. What was it like to be in the middle of it all?
You know what, it's football. It's part of the game. You know, you just got to stand in there, take the hits, and deliver the strikes when your team needs them.
It is an impressive performance given all of that. And your first time in this building, they're opening this place up. It's your first start with a new team. What were the nerves like when you got here tonight?
I had quite a bit of nerves tonight. You know, it kind of reminds me of last year, my first game in Philadelphia. You know, obviously, you always want to play well your first time with the team, especially in front of the home fans. And our fans were great tonight. I mean, this is the loudest I've heard a place in a long time. So big shout out to our fans tonight.
Congratulations, a big win.
Thank you very much.
Let's go to Stefon Diggs. A big night for you as well.
Sorry.
It's okay. And a touchdown catch. Why were you and Sam able to connect the way you did tonight?
Just give it all the preparation and God first. He had a short week. You know, he hasn't been here that long, so it's all about preparation and being on the same page. We communicate a lot in practice as far as just because everything is relatively new to him. And, you know, I just try to make plays for him. You know, he throws some great balls, as you can see, and I just try to do my job.
There was one moment you might not have done your job. You came out to defend a teammate. 15-yard penalty. What were you thinking?
It was costly. You know, that can't happen. It would never happen again. And I almost lost my team the game. So I take full responsibility. I feel bad. And moving forward, it won't happen ever again. On my defense, you know, I saw my guy on the ground. I'm a passionate guy, and I hate to see my guys on the ground. I got to be there for my guys. So I still got to take full responsibility, and it's my fault. Do better tomorrow.
Well, it's a win. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Let's go to Trey Waynes. Here he is. They picked on you a bit tonight, but you had the last word with that interception. How did that play unfold?
You know, basically before the play, I mean, they had a long ways to go, so I just wanted to, you know, ease out of my back foot and just do my best to read it and not give up a deep ball.
You came in here for Xavier Rhodes, a big responsibility. What were your nerves like coming into this game?
I mean, you know, just the fact that we're facing a great offense, you know, great quarterback, great receivers, but, you know, we prepared really well for him. You know, Xavier, you know, he did a great job coaching me up throughout this weekend.
This is the stadium opener, a heated rival with the Packers, and a big win. What does this one mean to this team?
Oh, it means a lot. You know, the Packers, they're always a big game for us, and, you know, the fact that we can open up the stadium with a win against them, you know, it means a lot to us and the fans.
Congratulations, Trey.
Thank you.
All right, Michelle, thank you. So impressive performances all around from new and young Minnesota Vikings. Let's bring in the Hall of Famer, Tony Dungy, from our studio. Coach, when you look at what Bradford was able to do at the quarterback position, given the limited time in this offense, and he told me before the game, Norv Turner's offense was something he really wasn't very familiar with, not as much in his background. How impressive for you was what Bradford did tonight?
It was impressive, Mike, but I'll tell you, I was there on Friday and watched them practice, and I stopped in the offensive coach's office after practice. They were so excited about Sam Bradford getting to play. This is exactly what Norv Turner wants to do. When people load up on the passing game and you get one-on-one opportunities, he wants to take advantage of it with the deep ball, and he feels like Sam Bradford throws that deep ball so beautifully. But on the other side, you really have to look at Minnesota's defense, too. They had Aaron Rodgers uncomfortable all night, and that's not easy to do. I thought it was a great win, both sides of the football.
Well, there's a composite here they were looking at, Coach, with that good defense, Bradford's ability to control the game, throw those deep balls, and Adrian Peterson. But we don't know how long Peterson's going to be out, if at all, with that knee injury that didn't look good. Your thoughts going forward as they have some good defenses ahead the next 3 weeks in Carolina, the Giants on a Monday night, and then Houston.
Well, it's tough when you lose a weapon like Adrian Peterson, but I'll tell you, Norv Turner will not change what they do. They'll pound the football. They'll make people defend that running game. And now Sam Bradford becomes even more important, hitting those intermediate balls, those deep balls, controlling the flow with the offense until Peterson gets back. I think they're still going to be in good shape because of just the energy that they feel around Sam Bradford.
All right, Coach, thank you. Let's turn it over to Mike Florio of ProFootballTalk.com. So obviously, Mike, there'll be conversation about the Peterson injury, but that's not the only big-name injury we'll be talking about tomorrow. Jimmy Garoppolo hurt for the New England Patriots, who have a short week ahead.
Yeah, that's right, Mike, and it's an AC joint sprain. I'm told he was in tremendous pain after the game, and that in and of itself, regardless of the outcome of any MRI, X-ray's negative, that's fine. MRI is the bigger issue. Regardless of that, unlikely he's going to play on Thursday night. Now the Patriots have a decision to make. Who do they get to join Jacoby Brissett on that quarterback depth chart?